Oh, hello, anybody who's there? Nobody's there.
Hello to the many, 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 many nobodies there.
Those are people who aren't there. Oh, yeah.
Abby. Emmy. I should get a notification.
I get notifications now.
He's still on button.
Oh, I didn't get them that first. Right, well,
Are you getting them again now?
yeah,
Okay.
every time without fail. Oh, God knows.
Do you know what it might be? It might be because, because because I don't post videos, and whenever I do anything on YouTube, it's always usually just the live streaming, isn't it? And you're always there. So maybe for some reason, because you don't, maybe it works like Facebook. If you don't actively go to people's,
Yeah, maybe.
if you don't actively go and watch other people's videos on their channels, the algorithm just drops you out of the kind of consciousness, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? You get priority. You get dropped down the priority list of like people that it shows people. So if you like,
Because I have no reason to go to YouTube and go and watch the video. So
on my YouTube channel ever, you never go and watch because you're always part of the videos.
yeah, it's only when I have to do stuff with chat that I bring it up on a separate tab.
Yeah. So I reckon that's why, It's
Yeah. Could well be.
But since I've been posting more content in terms of like making these little posts on the community, you might be seeing them now because I'm making actual posts rather than just doing the live streams. So it's funny, isn't it? You've got to, that's why you've got to keep putting yourself out there, aren't you? If you want to appear in people's streams, in people's feeds regularly, whether it be because all social media, they're all the same, aren't they? They all
work. I think Scott was saying something about this before about using community tab. Like you just got to nail it with the community tab because then you'll constantly be appearing in things because you're doing fresh.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm going to start. I think when I eventually do start making posts on like Facebook and Instagram again, I'm going to start posting it on my YouTube community as well.
Yeah,
because it all just adds up, doesn't it? Just like adds up to like linking everything together and getting yourself out there.
Yeah, right, Claire.
I've got a I've got an imp that comes along, Claire, every couple of hours and just rubs the cream on the sore areas, I can't remember that Buffalo Bill scene where it
puts the lotion on its skin.
Put the goddamn fucking lotion. So I just lift this butt cheek up, and then I get a little, and then I lift this butt cheek up, and I get a little, and then I put it back in the little drawer that I keep it in. And then I carry on. Anyway, you're right, Claire.
Swiftly moving on.
Anyway, just as a there you go. She places the lotion in the basket. Size chipped here. Oh dear.
Come here, precious. Come here, precious.
I think. Do you know what? I've just realised I haven't seen any of the Silence of the Lambs, or any of the other like Hannibal films. I haven't seen them for absolutely donkey's years. I think I might have to. Because funnily enough, Becky says she's never even seen Silence of the Lambs.
So, what?
I know. I know.
I mean,
And,
it's like
and it's
it's,
my fault because we've been together like over 10 years now, and I've still not made her watch it.
it's brilliant on like so many different levels.
I know. And you know what? It's probably been over a decade since I've seen it. So, but have you seen all of them? Have you seen?
Yeah, I
Have you
think
seen?
there's just the one
Have you
where it
seen?
starts off as him as a kid.
I think
I
it's
haven't
that.
seen
I
properly.
think that's. Is it like Red Dragon or something like that? Some,
No, that's another. That's a separate one. That's
that
good, is
another
Red
one?
Dragon.
Yeah.
But
See,
that
that's
doesn't.
Is that Hannibal Rising? I think it's called.
Yeah, that's the one with the kid. Red
that's
Dragon doesn't actually follow within.
no, I can't remember. That's how long it is since I've seen them. I have seen them all. I just can't remember.
Red Dragon's
Yeah,
good.
Hannibal Rising. That's the one where it's him as a kid, isn't it? So
Yeah, it starts off. They get like they're caught by a load of soldiers, aren't they?
yeah.
And then if I think he's
But it's
forced
been
to
so
eat his
long since
sister or
I've seen them.
something.
I mean, none of them are a patch on like Silence of the Lambs, the original.
No. That's a quality one. Is that size just said? I love it. 7.
Oh yeah, Seven. Yeah, that is good. That's a quality film. That is. Yeah. God,
It's
I
just
have seen it. It must be 30 years, 25 years since I've seen that film. 20 years. However how old it is, that's when I first saw it, and I don't know if I've seen it since.
maybe right. We should. They're like a film club part of like the Saturday, the Saturday stream.
Yeah, man.
We'll just put a film out there that like for us all to go away and watch, and we'll have a natter about it for a
Yeah,
week.
that sounds like a good idea, actually. The problem is, I don't get time to watch a film all the way through in one sitting. I basically, when I watch films now, I watch them in exactly the same fashion as I watch box sets. So, which is the great thing, because once upon a time, my OCD would never have allowed me to watch a film and then stop watching it and then continue watching it like another day. I would never have been able to do that. But now, like because since now I just basically watch box sets all the time, and I'm always dipping in and out. Sometimes I'll watch like 10 minutes, and then while I'm having a cup of coffee, I'll have a little break. I'll watch 10 or 15 minutes of a box set, and then I might not go back to it until like the next day or something. But now,
Yeah.
it's because I can do that. I do that with films now. It's like I don't have any problems like watching 20 minutes of a film and then just like stopping it and going back to it a few hours later and watching a bit more. It's like because it's no different to watching a box set, is it really?
Not really, no.
So yeah, but yeah, cool. Sounds like a couple of guys are up for it anyway.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Can maybe rate them then and see what everyone.
Everyone, oops, Gav's disappeared. Just do what I do, Claire. Like I've just said, just watch it in installments. That's just the way everyone watches everything nowadays, I think, isn't it? Everyone just like watches a little bit here and a little bit there. Because let's face it, who's got time to sit and watch a 2-hour film these days? Not many people. Gav's disappeared. Don't know what's happened to Gav. Yeah, I want to see Jurassic Park as well. But you know what? It's been so long now since I've seen any of the Jurassic Park films. I feel like I'm one of those sorts of people that if if there's like a franchise and I haven't seen and a new one comes out and then but I haven't seen all the others for years, I'll have to like go back and watch them right from the beginning again. So before I watch the new Jurassic Park, I'll have to watch like all the old ones first and then watch the new one sort of thing. So, but yeah, it would be cool to watch it. Hi Ian, you alright, mate? Yeah, yeah. I'm not into all that stuff, dude. I like the tapping. I like to. I'm a bit old school. I like to do it this way. This works for me. But yeah, I have seen them use that those techniques. So, all right, Ian, how's it going, mate? We'll be back in a sec.
Well, so I just pressed like start cam again, and then it started again. I hate technology, man. Give me a lump of wood and a chisel. Any day. Bloody technology. I hate it.
All right, dude.
Don't ask. I don't even know what happened then.
Just said your device weren't recognised.
Yeah, it just threw me off. And all I did, after messing about with hot wires and not working, I just pressed start cam again on, toolbar at bottom.
Yeah.
And it came back on. What were all that about?
No. Good on you.
Mitch is listening to elevator music.
I was going to say it's piano lounge.
I am. I'm listening to some weird.
You, Zach.
I don't know what's going on with it.
I'm not doing phalanges at the moment.
Oranges.
I'm doing little headstones. That will look like this when they're finished. Focus, focus. So there's one. Another one. There's another one. And a coffin to go with them. These are with the intention of being able to go into enclosures. So watch this space.
Got a theme thing going on, have you? Where did that go? I just hate it. First roach of the day just gets out and escapes. Well, not the first roach of the day.
You're off to a good start.
Damn it. I don't even know where it went.
Oh, Mitch is definitely getting grounded.
It wouldn't be so bad if cat actually caught him properly.
Oh, cat's useless, man. Just pisses about with them.
I'm not sticking up
But
for you.
it has no problems like killing birds, snatching birds out of air in garden. But roaches I've got running around in the house, it just doesn't seem to bother with them. No, Claire, I've never had any, touch wood. I've never had any problems yet with mites.
There is certain places that the fruit flies are really bad with mites. it's kind of inevitable that you end up with mites in the cultures anyway.
Yeah.
It's just to what extent they are, and I know that some sellers are worse than others.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who you use, Claire, but I mean, I used to do all my own, but I don't culture my own flies anymore because I can't keep up. I have way too many, so I get mine from Richard at Advanced Husbandry, and I've been using him for like over 10 years now. Just never problems whatsoever.
Brilliant tubs as well because they come with sponge.
Yeah.
I mean, one at Sellers now don't even put a sponge in top, puts cotton wool ball. I mean, that's not going to stop grey mites because they'll just eat the cotton wool.
Yeah. To be honest, for me, there's only one and only ever will be one legitimate fly culture person in the hobby, and that's Richard, Advanced Husbandry.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's always been the best. Always will be the best. And I advise anybody to not.
You've only got to look at all the different
anywhere.
places that actually sell his flies to know.
All the main retailers sell his flies. Like apart from Lee used to sell his flies, but Lee obviously now has his own brand. I don't know where he's getting his flies, who's making them for him, or whether he's doing them all himself. But he obviously has his own brand now.
You can sit your pot in water. I know that helps because it becomes a barrier between them being able to get onto the pot. But there's that tape stuff that you use as well, isn't there? That mite paper.
I use mite paper, Claire. I sit all my cultures on mite paper. Richard sells this on his website, Advanced Husbandry. It's mite paper. Honestly, I've been using it. I've been using it for over 10 years, mite paper, and I don't know whether that's a coincidence. I've never had mites in my cultures or what. But I sit all my cultures on mite paper, and I know it works because if you use the same mite paper for a long period of time, you'll see dead bugs, random bugs dead on it, like just flies or little spiders or little things that creep in there from wherever, and they just gather on the mite paper, kills them, stops them in their tracks. So that's what I use, and I just don't think it's a coincidence that I feel like I'm the only person I know who's never had a mite problem in all these years, because I know loads of people who have had outbreaks of mites, and I've never had a problem. It's not once in all the years I've been doing.
It's mainly with like stuff like isopods and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're easy enough to deal with when it's on a small scale.
Yeah.
It's when you let them get out of control.
Yeah.
Because
do you know what
you're
I
never
think?
going to stop them because they're everywhere.
Yeah. Do you know what I think? The other thing for me is as well is that I don't have fly cultures for very long. I go through them so quickly. I get through pots and pots of fly cultures a week. So my fly cultures don't last. They explode. I use them all. They how they come in waves of explosions of blooms. I just use them so quickly. I go through them really quickly. So
they're not really ever left standing.
They're never left for long periods of time to get into that situation. I think so, and that's partially probably what it is as well. But I'm not sure. But yeah, Richard, I haven't actually bought any for ages because a couple of rolls can last quite a long time because the sheets can last quite a long time. You don't need to be changing them like every week or anything like that. I keep the same sheet down for months, for a good couple of months at a time before I even think about changing it. So yeah, no, it's good stuff. Honestly, it works. It's good stuff.
What we do with the empty pots is this. These are just waiting for me to put holes in the sides, and we turn them back into enclosures with mesh over the top there, which is a metal mesh hot glued in place.
So there you go. I give them to Gav.
You reuse the sponges too.
Yeah, I give them to Gav, and Gav works his magic on them. So there you go. We don't waste anything if we can help it, dude. We're like you, mate. We like to recycle what we can. My green ghost has eaten my last meal anyway. By the way.
Was it?
Yeah. I spotted her earlier. She was munching on him. So there's been that's 3 males have been eaten this week in the bug room.
It's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? I suppose.
That male Basalis is still not doing anything. Useless. So he might not be there in the morning and all when we get up.
Got the jinx in him.
See if we can get this little beauty out. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Helvia cardinalis.
Yeah, yeah. You think they'll ever explode the same as orchids, like traditional orchid?
No. And I'll tell you why. Because you know how orchids, you need to keep putting fresh blood in there.
Yeah.
These are even worse.
So it's not one that's likely to get established then.
No.
I couldn't get over the colour of them as nymphs. It's such a vibrant green.
Yeah. She's thirsty. She's having a good feed, a good drink. Oh, I was going to ask you, Ian. I've been meaning to message you, mate, all week. I'll be honest, asking how you were going to get on with your, how you were getting on with yours. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah. All right, dude. Well, let me know when you've got it set up. We'll organise that that little live stream that I wanted to do. No. I've you mean by mantis, I assume? Yeah, no, not really. I've been nipped a couple of times, you know, sometimes I've been given the odd. Do you know what it is? Sometimes I've been nipped just because they just, you know, they think you're yeah, that you just piss them off sometimes.
Yeah.
In the face, you know. But yeah,
it's usually the big ones as well, isn't it?
It's usually always the big ones. Yeah, I've been nipped a couple of times. I've had blood drawn. You know, there's been a couple of times when they've broken the skin. I mean, they're feisty little fuckers when they want to be.
But it just shows the power that are in those jaws.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, been nipped a couple of times. I didn't tell you, did I? I got some Nebo in me the other day. Forgot to tell you.
Oh, did you?
I've never been. It's my first ever scorpion sting, and it was the Nebo whitey. I was packing it away the other day, and I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was trying to get it. I was trying to manipulate it into the you know,
Yeah.
to the little sling pot to send it off, and it just like slipped. It kind of, I was manipulating it, and it slipped, and my finger kind of slipped with it, and I kind of just, I just put my finger just my thumb just accidentally like went down with it, and it fucking stung me. I felt it straight away.
Yeah.
It didn't leave any kind of rash or surface, kind of obvious surface wounds or anything like that. You know, there was no, but I definitely felt it for a few hours.
Yeah. That's what that other one were like
Yeah.
when it got me at knuckle. It would just like, it's like when you prick yourself with a pin, if you're sewing or
Yeah,
something,
yeah, that's
and
exactly
it
how it was.
hurts for a couple of hours, but then
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah. I soon
can't
forgot
mask
about
off.
it, but yeah, that's my first ever scorpion sting actually. So that was quite a that was a new sensation.
Yeah,
So
I've been grabbed a couple of times.
yeah, I've been grabbed a couple of times, but I've never been stung before. So
Yeah, but even being grabbed, it's like,
yeah,
there's some power in them claws.
really is so much strength. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's like with what I was just doing then, holding the yellow orchid. She was straight down onto my nibbling the. She wasn't nibbling. She was just lapping up the salts in my sweat on my skin. Is what she's after, because she was obviously a bit dehydrated. Um, so yeah, it just looks like that they're nibbling you, but they're not. It's like a graze, isn't it? They're grazing you. They're grazing your
Yeah.
skin for like salts and stuff. So
It's a strange sensation when roaches do it. It's all right to laugh, Si.
yes, mate. Don't worry. I'd laugh if it were you. Just noticed got a fresh T. elegans male.
Nice.
Perfect, because my female, she'll be ready in about. She'll be ready.
Is that Theopropus?
Yeah, Theopropus elegans. So I've got I've got two
All right, Lewis.
females here now ready. So this one is 10th of the 7th, so no, that's 10th of the 6th, that's wrong. It's not even July yet, is it?
One of my first mantis from you, that.
T. elegans.
T. elegans, yeah. I've
Cool.
actually got a framed on wall.
Oh, right, okay. There we go, look. So that's the female. Let me see if I can, because this is one of those sexual dimorphism situations.
It's crazy, that, isn't it? It's just like, it's like a mantis and an ant.
There we go. Awesome how they've both got exactly the same like band going across the thing though, but crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Theopropus elegans, male and female. That male's literally just molted within the last 48 hours. Not sure exactly when, but so he'll be ready in 2 weeks. She'll be ready. What date are we in today? 30th.
30th, yeah.
She'll be ready in about Actually, they'll be perfect. She'll be ready in about 2 weeks, and he'll be ready pretty much the same time. So perfect timing, spot on. So that's good. Nice one, buddy. Well done. Write the date on there. What he's going to do, size does matter. He would beg to differ. I mean, these are tiny. I mean, he's tiny. He's teeny tiny. He's even smaller than an orchid male.
See, now I wonder, like, I mean, that could have its advantages, couldn't it?
Of being that small, it does.
Yeah.
Because I've got, in fact, on my intro that I use for my Unseen Universe videos, you know, right at the end of the intro, just before the orchid eating the fly wing, there's that little clip of the male T. elegans jumping on the female's back. Now, the advantage of being this small is that, well, A, she doesn't see him coming as long as he's careful, but also he can stay so far back that she can't, no amount of grabbing, she can't reach him because he's like right at the very end. He can basically sit right at the very tip of her abdomen. Go on then, dude.
Fire away, Si.
Oh, I'll keep it kitchen because I need to do some stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Do you remember how I said we should?
Yeah. I'm just having a quick see.
It's one of those things, Ian. It's yeah. I mean, it has its advantages and disadvantages. I mean, the main disadvantage, obviously, is being so small. Is that basically once the male gets older, once the female gets older than male, she can deal in one killer blow and he's dead. You know, she could basically take a chunk out of him and he's dead. Whereas when you've got males and females that are pretty equivalent in size, it takes a lot for a female to like polish off a male. It's not like, you know, it can hold his own. Often, sometimes you'll come in to a breeding pair of big male of a male that's like never as big as a female, but is a good size. You'll often find him in like a death grip, where he's like got his raptor in the way of her raptor, and she's trying to grab him, and he's like kind of got some kind of like kung fu style like block going on, and they'll just be in this like death grip where he's blocking her and she's trying to get him, and
I've had to split that up once.
that's the advantage of having a male that's bigger, obviously, compared to a smaller male. So a small male's got absolutely no chance. You know, once she grabs him, that's it. It's over. So, oh, look at Kaylee. Kaylee, I was actually thinking about. Well, I think about you, not in a weird way. I was thinking about you quite a lot over the days, Kaylee, because obviously we've got a little thing going on. I've been meaning to message you for ages.
Did you just making it sound worse?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Andy knows what I'm talking about. Who cares what anybody else thinks, man? But But yes, I've been meaning to message you, Kaylee, for ages. I'll be in touch because it's. I feel like it's ages since I spoke to you, to be honest. Oh, it's one of them questions, man. You know what? We've talked about this before, haven't we, Gav? And,
Yeah.
Let me just finish what I'm doing. Ooh, that one's dead.
Because there definitely is with tarantulas. But yeah.
So basically, the short answer is I don't really know. Because the problem is you you often think that there are more females than males, because I have noticed with a lot of species you often get a higher ratio of females to males. Not always, but quite often. And I often think part of the reason for that is that you do often get a lot of a high level of mortality um, with young nymphs, especially when there's been a lot hatched. You can often get, 10, 20, sometimes even 30% losses, depending on, you know, how well, how strong the genes are in the fertility. So, and I often think that a high percentage of those deaths are probably potentially could be males, just because females tend to be stronger than males right from the get-go, right from like being very, very young right up until being old. Females are generally just that little bit more robust than males.
Males are expendable, aren't they?
So I often think that potentially it's a 50-50 split, but it just appears sometimes like there's more females because more males perish in the earlier stages than females. Um, that's one kind of observation that potentially could be happening. Um, the other thing is that I often think that it just goes either way. You just never know, because I'll be honest. I often, when you get species that don't produce a high number of nymphs in a hatch, like maybe like 20, 10, 15, 20, I often find it can go either way. Sometimes you get ooths where you get like 70 or 80% males, and sometimes you get 70 or 80% females. It's very, very, it's very,
Just
it's
random.
very, it's yeah, so it's almost impossible to know, to be honest, man. So are you saying with teas, are they?
There is some like species of teas that there's more males available per female,
Yeah,
but then it goes the other way as well,
that's what
where
exactly.
you just can't find like Huahine
Yeah,
for love nor money. You can't find a male.
yeah.
Species like that.
Yeah. It's so yeah, it's just something you can't really put your finger on, really. Either
Not
way.
really.
No. So so yeah. So I don't know. I don't really know, dude. Is the honest answer.
Catch
All
you
right.
later.
See you
Bye.
later. Night night to wee man and all. So say hi to Jay for me. Yeah, I'm not going to be staying around too much longer. I don't want to be too late tonight. Oh, Gav, are you up for tomorrow, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Just got to sit in, you got to sit in the shed. And
Mhm.
get on the way as well. Which is a big one.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it?
I don't know what
Howdy.
Scott is in the house. How's it going, dude? Welcome to our new little chill sessions that we're having these days.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, goodbye. It's kind of like a all day. They just pop up now and again. Basically, these are mine and Mitch's video calls, but we're sharing them with everybody else now. Innit? That's basically what it is.
It is. Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, man. So obviously because I've been ill and stuff, I've not been doing the usual Wednesday and Saturday night streams, which I am planning on starting again this weekend. So Saturday night, back on track with the bug shed sort of frills and all the spills of going with that. But yeah, I just decided I sorted the bug room out. I decided I wanted to start just having like a bit of a chill. I mean, I'm in here like most of the day, often in the evenings, just catching up with my feeding and prepping orders and all that sort of stuff. And I just thought it'd be nice to just like start, because me and Gav often have like video chats going on the phone while we're just pottering around doing stuff, just shooting the breeze, sort of thing. So we just thought I just thought I'd start doing it. I've set up the stream now in here, and I just like keep putting the stream on just for an hour or two throughout the day, and then maybe in the evening, and yeah, do that. And also, I need to get my viewing hours up, as I'm sure you used to know all about that, Scott. But I'm sure you don't have to worry about all that sort of thing anymore.
And like you were saying earlier as well, it also gives people an opportunity to actually catch you and ask a question.
Yeah, well, that is one of the main. That's actually one of the main reasons, really. Not only so we can all just like, if people want to drop in, have a chat, I always put the stream key link in there if anyone wants to like drop in and say hi, just like chill out and have a chat. That's cool. But yeah, I'm famously bad at replying to messages because I get so many, and I'm always behind. And I just thought if I could just like, if I'm here regularly every other day or every day, and I'm here, people can just pop in, ask any questions, and whatever. I'm here to just like, I'm here, and it's easier for me rather than people keep sending me messages that I never reply to.
I look really stupid when I look to talk to you because camera's right there.
Yeah, I know, dude. I can imagine, mate. I mean, I only really.
I'll bring them to me.
I will see.
Yeah, I know, dude. I don't know what this music is. It's just playing in the background. It's just chill. It's because it's just epidemic sounds. You know what I mean? It's just like it's got like loads of like random playlists on epidemic sounds. Because obviously I'm not allowed to play most things. So
It sucks, does that?
I know. I basically just have to play random stuff off there. So well, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting there though, Scott. I've obviously hit that. I've already hit that 1,000 subscriber kind of landmark a while back, so I'm good for that. But I'm about I think I'm about 2,200 hours in so far this year, and obviously I'm just on schedule really. I just got to keep going with it. Um,
What sex is my mantis?
yeah, yeah. What sex is my mantis is a really popular question. Um, um, what's my favourite mantis? What's my favourite species of things? Which is a really hard question because that changes all the time. Um, but but yeah, it's mainly just husbandry questions I get asked, dude, all the time. You know, all the usual sort of questions like how do I sex my mantis? How do I breed my mantis? What sort of enclosure do I need for my mantis? You know, all that sort of stuff. So they're basically the they're the bread and butter questions I get asked. I've actually got so many frequently asked questions. I actually have I have a note file on my folder on my phone that's basically just full of frequently asked questions answers. Um, so I tailor them slightly, but I copy and paste a lot of answers to questions because I get asked the same. I probably get asked the same 5 or 6 questions at least once every day by numerous people.
I
So,
imagine it's probably the same for Scott though, won't it? Like I imagine he gets asked like on a daily basis, like different questions about husbandry or
yeah,
what tarantula do you think I should get? It's going to be my first one, and
yeah, yeah.
all the usual, won't it?
That's the other really. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the other really common question, which you know, especially for like beginner people who have only just started in the hobby. You know, what type of mantis should I get? You know, etc. All that sort of thing. Yeah, that's a question for Scott, man. How much do you get, dude? For how much do you get on a monetized channel?
Yeah, is that beard fake? That seems to be the big one at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Scott, because I know you do put yourself out there as obviously being involved in mental health and stuff, obviously with your with your past and everything. So not that I'm au fait with it, but I've got a general idea just from what I've seen you mentioning before.
I swear to God.
Where are you swearing to the Lord Almighty?
I'm swearing because mantis are running away from me.
You'll have to go to mass.
I didn't do that once. I was going massive. Oh, look, stop being a tiger.
That fly's picking on you.
No, the mantis is picking on me.
The mantis is picking on you.
The mantis is picking
Oh
on
dear.
me.
Is Steph being picked on by mantis?
Yeah.
It's mocking me.
It's all right, Steph. They're going away tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm making them nice and fed. Get in. You get in the pot. No, you get in the pot. Everything's alright, guys. No panic. No mantis has been harmed.
When's that live that Scott's doing with Steve? Is it next week?
Tuesday.
Is this Tuesday? Scott?
Yeah.
Be coming. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think is it 5th?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, next Tuesday.
Tuesday is the 5th, I've been told.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. I just hope this Tuesday. Yeah, that'll be good. I still need to contact Steve actually and tell him what prize I'm giving away. I haven't even thought about it. So, subscribers being members, donations and chat make a huge difference. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, cool. Has Scott got a Patreon? Got Patreon, Scott?
I'm not sure.
Oh no, have you got Patreon, Scott? Do you get it? Oh. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up because I've got to go. I've got to go and deal with Arthur. It's my turn, so I've got to go. Right, guys.
All right.
I think I'm going to wrap things up. Sorry, we've got a poo gate with Arthur. I've got to go and deal with it. So I'll speak to you later, guys. Sorry about this.
Catch you later, dude.
I'm going to wrap it up soon anyway. So anyway, thanks a lot and cheers, Scott, for tuning in, mate. See you later, guys.
Catch you all later.
Right,
Bye.
I'll see you later, dude. I'll speak to you. I'll message you about tomorrow, Gav.